Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. If you are new, welcome in. Click that live chat button, say hello. We are super friendly and fun. Feel free to make any requests for your personal healing in the chat, as general or as specific as you feel comfortable. We are going to spend our first hour together building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to the request of everyone that's here. And then after that, I'll briefly explain what Reiki is, a little of what to expect. And then for 25 minutes over a beautiful soundtrack, I will send you lots of Reiki with all of the crystal magic that we've put together as a group. If you are watching this on the replay, you can go ahead and skip ahead about an hour till we get into the healing portion of things. You will still feel all of the amazing benefits of being here. And for everyone who is returning, welcome back. I really appreciate your support and I hope you're doing well. I know we'll feel even better after we're done. So let's go ahead and see what we have on the request list and start on that grid. Okay, awesome. So what do we have here? We have our usual mirror to reflect anything that we don't want, we don't need, any of those lower vibes. They can just go on their way. We've got this copper spiral to help remove any blockages, get the energy flowing. And we've got bamboo and wood to go ahead and ground us out. So I see lots of requests in the chat. I see new people, I see returning people. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. So yay, it's good to see you, Chris. Long time no see. I just saw you earlier. So Chris, Grace, Emily, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Blue Sky, Jennifer Vatsa, Grace, good to see you. And Tiffany, welcome in. Nice to have you. Thank you everyone for being kind and welcoming Tiffany. So let's go ahead and build that beautiful grid. Let's see. Grace, you're glad to be here tonight. You had a long, busy day. You need to relax and unwind with some Reiki. Yeah, it was something about this day. Just bonkers, right? Absolutely. I'm glad you're here too. Tiffany, let's see. First time here. And releasing grief, lingering effects of long grief and the lingering effects of long illness, attracting joy and love. Absolutely. Jennifer, focus, back pain, and reconnection to love. Absolutely. So let's dive in. So let's see. Focus, back pain, reconnection to love. And how's your sleep, Jen? I hope it's better. Let's do Rhodochrosite. Let's do that. And releasing grief, absolutely. Let's do some black onyx and some green onyx. Yeah, we're off to a good start. Hey Lisa, good to see you. Oh, you're so welcome. I love being here. I hope your mom and your brother are doing well. So let's go ahead and dive on it. Yeah, and it is super windy. If you hear any loud noises, you know what it is. It's also trash night in my neighborhood, so it looks like I'll be out with my grabber cleaning up the lawn tomorrow. I mean, hey, Philadelphia has had the mildest weather of pretty much the entire country for months. I cannot complain. So here it is for focus and also in support for Korakar's stepfather. Korakar is a regular here. Korakar's stepfather is battling cancer. So rutilated quartz, and here, let me make sure you can see those rutils, those little lines inside the, here, it's a little easier to see there. Yeah. Rutilated quartz, they have these thin rutils that can be in like the silverish, more pewter tones, or all the way up to like a goldish kind of coppery color. They go through the quartz and essentially they focus the energy. So it helps us to focus our mind. It helps to improve the mind-body connection. It's also been seen for decades as a beautiful gift for anyone who is struggling with cancer. Reason being, it's thought to direct the healing exactly where it needs to go. So it's thought to, set an intention that all of the treatments one would be getting would help to send them to where it's most needed. It's also helpful to bounce back energetically when you feel like you're really run down, or maybe you've been sick or we're getting treatments. This can help you regain some energy. So we'll bring in some rutilated quartz for focus, for bouncing back from illness and injury, and also for Korakar's stepdad. We're also going to go ahead and do, for back pain, Amazonite and lapis. So Amazonite is a favorite here. This is one that helps anyone who has a caregiving nature, whether it's your profession, how you live your life, or more than likely both. I tend to ride together. This is to remind us that we need to take care of ourselves and that we are absolutely due and worthy of the exact caliber of healing, love, and care that we give others. It's also great for the spine and the spinal nerves. It's thought to help nerve issues, especially of the lower extremities, which is me, and can be very calming in general. So lots of love with that. Amazonite. Amazonite can be this like beautiful light pale blue-green color, or it can be like a dark blue-green with stripes of white. It's a beautiful stone no matter how it comes to you. Lapis, in addition to being a stone of integrity, of truth, open connection, honesty, it can also help with career mobility, with inner ear, whether it's like a vertigo, balance issue, or hearing loss, but it's also fantastic for pain and inflammation. So we're going to go ahead and put this out for back pain and any other pain that anyone has. Lapis lazuli is beautiful. And anyone who has any intentions on moving up the career ladder, that's a great stone to work with too. And for reconnection to love, let's do rhodonite and rose quartz. Hey Prudence, it's been so long. It's good to see you. Oh, I hope you're doing well. Oh, it's good to see you all. Okay, cool. So rose quartz helps us to accept unconditional love. It kind of like, it gives off such a consistent vibration of high energy love of an unconditional variety that it makes it easier for our mind, body, and spirit to expect that and to allow that and to let go of things to make more room for that. So definitely rose quartz to help us there. And rhodonite is a good stone for opening up our heart to love, especially after loss. So this can not only help like grief or the end of a relationship, it can also help like unrequited love. You feel some kind of way about somebody and they don't return it. This is a great stone. It's also fantastic for allergies, immune issues, the lungs, but yeah, it's widely considered a breakup stone too. It's great for balancing the yin and yang energies within the body and for overcoming any abuse that was belittling in nature. So, rhodonite. So that's definitely good for helping open our heart to love. For grief, my two of my favorite grief stones. I've got a few. Let's just bring them all in because why not? Green onyx and black onyx are two of my favorites. Green onyx often comes as like more of a pistachio green. So if you look for it online, it will look different. These were mined quite a long time ago. I don't often see dark green onyx like this anymore. But this is great for grief, sadness, up to and including when it just feels overwhelming. Whether it's emotional shutdown or if it's like persistent loneliness, this is a great stone. Also helps us to move forward despite pain. Bloodstone is another good one for that. But this one works really well with black onyx, which I'm going to put out next, which is another stone for grief, death and dying, working with our ancestors, and protection. It is highly, highly protective. Black onyx is just a super beautiful, rich stone. Every time I hold it, it just feels like ancient, like older than the actual stone itself. But yeah, very protective and can help anyone that works in death and dying as well. So that does definitely help with grief too. If you do any kind of spiritual work of connecting with your ancestors, black onyx is a great choice, as is Kambaba stone, also goes by Kambaba jasper, even though it's not technically jasper. And here we have jet. Jet is a type of fossilized wood. It's been fossilized through volcanic activity usually, generally extremely hot heat. And yeah, it doesn't look like a tree anymore, but it was. And here to think this tree started out one day as a tree and ended as a stone. And so here we are. And this is a stone that's excellent for grief. It helps us to be in our grief and processing it without being completely overwhelmed or shut down. So it helps us to be in the depths of our grief, honor our grief, and be able to process it in a meaningful way. So that's jet. So there we go. And I hope that that helps, Tiffany. And let's see, attracting love and joy will definitely have some good stuff for that. Cool. Emily, we definitely have, and I'm going to bounce around, but I'm going to get to everyone's requests. Emily, for court stuff, I usually go for aquamarine. It's May Justice Prevail is like one of the things it does. It's also great for deflecting pettiness. It's great for forgiveness, whether it's forgiveness like I truly forgive you, or if it's I'm forgiving you to set myself free. Either way, it's really helpful. It's also one that we jokingly call our Auntie Karen stone. It helps with calming people who kind of showed up with an axe to grind kind of thing. It's also good for teeth and gums and all body fluids. So aquamarine, and all the best to you too. I affirm your affirmation and wish the same for you. And hey, Martha. Let's see, I've got kitties around. They're around somewhere. And anger, resentment, emotional wounds from the past. Gotcha. So anger and resentment, two stones that are great for that are howlite and dumortierite. And for right now, I'm going to go with howlite. This is great for anger, resentment, frustration. It helps to kind of bring those intense feelings down a notch so that you can kind of take stock, see how you're feeling, and see what you need to do to make these changes to hopefully not have you so angry, if there is anything you can do, or what you can do about it without being quite so like volatile or quick to act. It's also great for joints, dislocations, the bones in general, bringing in calcium absorption, helping with bones breaks and things. That's me. I have all the glass bones over here. But yeah, also stability and blessings in general. So we'll bring this in for you. That's white howlite. And I'm also going to bring in Lemurian quartz. This is excellent for healing from the past, especially like childhood stuff, but even past lives. So this is blue mist Lemurian quartz specifically. So yeah, old past emotional pain. It's also helpful for learning about yourself in this journey. So as you heal the past, you start to see like, oh, this is what informs me and how I am now. And you just start to get to know yourself a little bit better. And you start to see what things help you to feel more safe, more secure. So getting to know ourselves is always a big part of the healing journey. So this can help with that. So I really hope all the best for you. But yeah, lots of old stuff and childhood stuff and past life stuff, whether or not you remember childhood or past life stuff. This can be helpful. So lots of love and thank you. You're welcome, Tiffany. Let's see. Also guidance towards a new job that is focused towards your purpose, as well as higher income and great benefits. Absolutely. Let's do lapis helps with moving up in the career ladder. Let's do some citrine. Financial abundance. I think we could all use that right about now. I mean, it's never a bad time. It's never a bad time to ask for financial abundance. But right now, I think we could all use a little bit more. I mean, how much are eggs now? Yeah, we could all use a little bit more. So here is citrine. This is the most popular modern stone of calling in financial abundance. And it's also great for balancing logic and intuition. Let's just go ahead and put a whole bunch out there. Also going to go ahead and put some I'm going to go ahead and put some tourmalinated quartz in there too. Sorry for all the crinkles of rocks, but here we go. So this is black tourmaline going through quartz, much like the way the rutilated went through the quartz. So black tourmaline helps with fending off less than great energy. It really breaks it up and repels it, which is wonderful. And bringing it through quartz, it's almost like it brings that energy through your auric field and through your mind and through whatever you want it to apply to. This is a great stone for breaking up blockages and like getting the old energy to move. So this is definitely great for healing old childhood stuff, for sure. It's also superb for any kind of secondary financial avenue. So whether that's what's a good way to put it? Like a passive income, gig work, anything you could do to kind of like bring another stream of revenue in. So we can bring that into. It's also great for breaking up scar tissue, whether that's on the skin, in the emotions, whether it's your intention is to break up blockages like anywhere in the body for any reason. This can be a really superb stone for that. So tourmalinated quartz. Well, let's do that. Always a good choice. Okay, good stuff. So I hope that helps. That'll definitely bring up some good things for job and career and things more aligned with your purpose. There's a lot of good ones for that. And I know Blue Sky usually has requests around that too. Chrysocolla. This came out last session too on Sunday night. Chrysocolla is all about making the decisions that bring you in alignment with your spiritual purpose. It encourages you along the way to following your spiritual purpose. It's also a good stone for new methods of expression and creativity. So all of the things that get brought up when we're like, yep, I'm online, I'm going to do my spiritual thing. Any of that stuff that may bring up, whether it's scarcity, whether it's this, whatever it might be, this helps you find new creative outlets that can allow you to better like channel and work within your intuitively guided soul course. So this is Chrysocolla. absolutely love working with chrysocolla. It's one of my favorite stones. And it is mined very close to copper. And here we have copper right here. And so, yeah, so lots of love with that. Higher income and great benefits, absolutely. All the best to you. Hi, Maria. Ah, feeling very guarded and you're in. Could Lemurian quartz be pinkish? It could be. There's different types of Lemurian quartz, and I actually only started to get to know it when it was gifted to me by Cora Carr and Vincent. And it definitely felt different than other clear quartz. I'm going to write a note if I can find something to check into that, because I'm curious now. Okay. I just made a note to check in on that, and I'll definitely get back to you, Chris. That's a good question. Heart, I hope you're doing well. Lots of love. Gotcha. Alleviate the feeling of being guarded in recovery. Gotcha. So, couple of really good recovery stones. One is so the first one I want to bring in is amethyst. This is a great one for recovery and any kind of self improvement. Really, this can be helpful, but especially when it comes to recovery, whether or not it's 12-step style. But essentially this helps us, like, while we're looking at ourselves and we're like doing that super intensive self inventory, we can get a little like down on ourselves, like, man, I really suck. Like, I think everyone I know that's been in recovery has been in that point. Recovery hasn't been a path for me. It's not part of my personal path, but a lot of people very close to me have. And it can be easy to be really down on ourselves. This is one that reminds you to, like, hey, give yourself a little grace. You're on your means for improvement now. It's okay. It can really support the connection to the spiritual and opening to new ways of doing things. So we have amethyst to help you. We also have, and I'm just going to put that on top of the rose quartz because why not? And also for feeling guarded, I feel like a good protective grounding stone might be really helpful. And I feel like red jasper's the one. Red jasper helps with empowerment, like helping you feel empowered. And it's good for psychic and spiritual protection, grounding the root, feeling of being constantly on guard. This can be really helpful. It also helps with long support for like long illness and things, which actually was a request by someone else, like something to help with the emotional impact of being sick for a long time. This is a good one for that. Also aids with things like depression and just like psychic and spiritual protection, grounding in the root chakra, helping you feel your basic needs being provided for and just feeling like the ground under your feet again. So I hope that this helps you to be able to feel a little bit more comfortable and be able to like let your guard down a bit. But it's all a process. It's all a process. You do what you can in a day, and it's like you keep chipping away at it. It's very much the Grand Canyon analogy, you know, lots of water over lots of time and you get to where you're going. And congratulations on everything and lots of love. You're always welcome here. And let's see. Mother-daughter relationships and anger. Gotcha. Rhodochrosite definitely helps the mother-child bond. It's also great for things like stress, headache, asthma, heart and circulation, but also connecting with telepathy and spiritual connections even to the deceased, like deceased ancestors and even deceased pets. But definitely the mother-child bond is huge with this. Whether you're doing inner child work, if you're repairing your relationship with your mother or your daughter, or you're seeing that one relationship is impacting the other, this is a really helpful stone. So Rhodochrosite. Let's see, where shall I place you? Hey, you're so welcome. W, I hope you're doing well. Okay. So let's put some Rhodochrosite right here. And staying calm when your buttons are pushed. White howlite, and I'm also going to bring in dumortierite, which is a lot of nervous, angry kind of energy too. If you have pent up anger that's coming out in some kind of way, which happens sometimes, this helps with being patient, with standing up for yourself, but also being patient, standing up for yourself, but also honoring your feelings with anger and things like that. Oh, you're recovering from back and stomach pain. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can do that too. So recovering from back and stomach pain. Lapis will help with that. Amazonite will help with that. Those are both on the grid already. And stomach pain too, I have some help for that. But yeah, this will definitely help too. So the howlite and the dumortierite and the rhodochrosite, I think, will help you, heart. And lots of love to you. So let's put some dumortierite right here. This dumortierite comes from the beautiful Etsy shop of Belladonna Botanicals, which is Jennifer's Etsy shop. You can also check out my crystal shop, all of my live online Reiki trainings, community Discord, one-on-one Reiki sessions, and tarot readings and all that at learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is linked in the description. But yeah, support Jen, support me. You're supporting small business. Really appreciate it. And also just really happy that all of you are here. And I hope that you feel better, Maria. Let's see. Your sister's eye, your brother's heart. Okay. Celestite. Yeah, I feel like you're right. I feel like they wanted to come out. I was thinking of that when I was pulling the lapis too. Celestite also helps with any number of like body pain as well. It's very connected with the angelic realm and helps us to connect with our angels. And in so doing, it basically pulls us out of our physical body's experience a little bit. So our experience with pain is a little less intense and visceral. Also helps with discerning thoughts and fears. And also with just all manner of guidance and hearing our angels, sensing their presence around us. If you're asking for guidance on your soul's purpose, this can be a great stone because angels are superb at helping with that. So Celestite. Let's put that here. We've also got aventurine, which helps with the eyes. It's also helpful for fertility, but my most favorite thing about aventurine is it helps to expand our vision and our sense of what our soul can do. So if you're thinking big and brainstorming about what the future can hold for you and what your opportunities might be, this is one to have nearby. It helps to like warm your heart and remind you that your, work can be your passion and your love for the world made visible. And this helps to remind you that your heart is bigger than you think it is, and like your purpose is bigger than you think it is. So dream big. So I love aventurine for that. And Unakite for your brother's heart stuff. This is also a great stone of actually also fertility, but anything having to do with women's health too. So whether that's onset of menses, onset of menopause, anything related to the cycle, to hormones, to metabolism especially, but it's great for the heart rhythms, and the fluids of the body, including the fluids around the heart. So I'll absolutely bring this in for your brother. I hope that the tourmalinated quartz helps as well. So we'll bring that in. This also helps with quitting smoking. And so we have all of these things. Okay. Glad that you are here today. Oh, and for a recurrent UTI, Mookite. This is good for any kind of like bladder type pain. It's also good for digestive calm if anyone's struggling with that, but it's superb for accepting change and making decisions. If you've been really like sitting on the fence and I feel like I can't make a decision, Mookite's really empowering and helpful that way. Mookite also goes by Australia jasper. So I'm going to put a piece here and a piece here. It comes in lots of different colors, including this beautiful mustard yellow. Like, this is another piece of Mookite that I have, Australia jasper, and it can be a really beautiful stone. And absolutely love it. Okay. Ah. Danielle, is that your pink rhodochrosite? It's so pretty pink. Yeah, this is rhodochrosite. And from Lisa, Lemurian is associated with lines on the sides of the points and can be on quartz of any color. Pink, maybe iron deposits or staining. A special type Shambhala quartz is also from the Himalayas and is also pink. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh. Absolutely, that's interesting. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, Martha, I'm so glad that you're here. Let's see. Upper endoscopy, colonoscopy Friday. Healing vibes, absolutely. Ongoing stomach issues. Let's go ahead and do some Dalmatian jasper. This is one that can help with things like IBS, Crohn's, any kind of digestive disorder, but it's also great for energy clearing. So just like we had the tourmalinated quartz, where it's clear quartz with black tourmaline coming through it, this is a jasper with tourmaline coming through it. This helps to clear the energy field around your body and keep you clear on an ongoing basis. But it's also great for bringing on cooperation, which probably is not a bad vibe to bring with you into the courtroom to get you what you need, but also hopefully help with your stomach issues, and all the best with that. So let's bring this in. Okay. And we've got... Chris has some requests. And Blue Sky has some requests. Oh, Blue Sky, do you have any requests? Okay, cool. So let's do peridot iolite. Pyrite moonstone. Okay, cool. So yeah, definitely we have a couple minutes, or if you're putting in your notice through work. So my intention is for that to go over with ease. Congratulations. Assistance in bowing out gracefully. Hey, JS, good to see you. Lots of love. Hope your travels are going well. Let's do bowing out gracefully. I can definitely work with that. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead through Chris's request. So pyrite is helpful for intuition while also asking for protection, which seems like a mixed bag, but it makes it a great stone for people, especially those who are new to intuition, because it helps with that. Yes, I want to be open, but only for certain things. It's also great for manifesting financial abundance. Fool's gold calls in the real gold, and it's thought to be helpful for the brain and memory as well as the lungs. So let's go ahead and bring that in. For anyone with cancer, if you're going through radiation treatments, many folks report that they found pyrite helpful for the side effects of that. So can't hurt, might help. Always ask before you bring anything into the radiation room, of course, but you know, for carrying around later at least. Sapphire is superb for channeling, for connecting with our spirits, with getting those messages, and then finding the best possible way to share those messages in a way that's going to be meaningful to them. So this is what raw sapphire looks like. This is how it grows. It actually looks like this. If you look at the actual shape of these, because ruby grows the same way, if you see the like shape of that stone, it kind of looks like the basalt that is formed in like Ireland and stuff. Very similar formation, very hard stone as well. But yeah, this can help with channeling. So we will put that here, 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 and here. Oh, you got back from your travel safe and sound. Awesome. Gotcha. Figuring out what you want in life. That makes sense. I think we all are. We all are. Aqua Aura is a stone that, and I'm not somebody who will ever tell you like, no, don't do the modern med thing. Just do the crystals. Just do the insert name of thing here. Do all the things that work for you. You know what's in your best interest. I do all the things for depression that I struggle with quite a bit, including meds and including Reiki and including acupuncture and including crystals and including all the things. And this is one that I found really helpful. Aqua Aura. It's clear quartz that was processed using gold, and it gives it this bright blue hue, and it is something that a few of us have found to be quite helpful, those of us who struggle with depression. We also have Moonstone, which helps us connect with the cycles of nature, including the lunar patterns. It's great for connecting with the divine feminine, attracting love, with gaining wisdom and knowledge, including really old arcane wisdom and knowledge. Also for protection during travel, intuition, releasing old patterns, and sort of like accepting divine timing when that's a challenge, because when is that easy? Like, it's not. I'm going to go ahead and use some of the smaller ones. Let's see. Moonstone can look so different depending on the pieces. So here's some moonstone. There we go. We also have carnelian, which is great for relationships. Another stone that's superb for calling in a love relationship that's meaningful to you. Helps with cold, allergies, and things like that, but also anything having to do with the sacral chakra, how we relate to others and the world around us. This is one that can help us through things like apathy and laziness, but it's also one that can aid with things like sexual function and dysfunction, sexuality, creativity, and fertility. So we will bring this in. This is a stone of relationships up to and including, and especially romantic ones, but including work relationships, family dynamics, things like that. So this can also be helpful for heart. There we go. Herkimer diamond helps us when we're manifesting to get the most spiritually aligned version of what we're asking for, and also putting out the vibe to the universe like, hey, I want what I'm asking for to be in alignment with everyone else that it touches. May it be to their highest good too. This is a stone that helps to kind of quell discord and conflict among different folks and even energies in a space. It can help us to be present in the moment, and it can aid relaxation as well as metabolism and intuitive abilities. So we'll bring this in. We'll also send lots of love to Greg and Susan. Herkimer diamonds form just the way you see them. These beautiful double pointed quartz. They form underground and are found in New York. Herkimer, New York. Peridot is helpful for breaking up old cycles and helps us to support and celebrate those relationships that keep us in alignment with our best habits. It's also helpful for things like depression, weight gain, prosperity, like I said, friendship, also supportive of IBS. So, peridot. What's the name again? Oh no, of which one? Herkimer diamond? What color was it? What color was the stone you're asking about, W? Okay. And this is iolite. Iolite helps with sleeping better. It also helps with psychopomp and being able to see, like clairvoyance, being able to see connection to spirit and messages from spirit. This is also one that helps with money management and even fever. So we'll bring this in. Let's put that on top of our rose quartz amethyst stack there. Relationships and sexuality. Carnelian. Yeah, those are smaller carnelians. This is a bigger carnelian. So it can be in like super dark, orange, almost red, with inclusions of white and lighter orange. Yeah, that's carnelian. C-A-R-N-E-L-I-A-N. Carnelian. I have it on my website, but it's not a hard stone to find. It's not an expensive stone either. You're welcome. Hey! Oh, lots of love to you, Key and Patty. Let's see. I have jet on the table for you. I'm also going to add some aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you could like the stream, I'd really appreciate that, everybody. Thank you. And thank you for the reminder, heart. Okay. So aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite is actually two different types of calcite. The brown is the aragonite, and that's aligned with the root chakra and the earth star chakra, connecting to our ability to show up and do the work in alignment with our soul's purpose. The blue, the Caribbean blue calcite, connects with our crown chakra as well as the soul star chakra. The soul star is sort of like our spiritual north star. That's like our intuitive inspiration of where we need to go, who we need to connect with, and what we're working towards. So putting these two stones together really balances the energy field, helps us to know where we're going and enact getting there. It also helps to unlock the kundalini at the base of the spine so that it moves more freely. Figuring out what you want to do in life. Definitely chrysocolla, which is out. And I'll get another one on that. Let's see. Ruby for developing leadership. Jefford skin jasper for the health of your sister's stray cats. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we can do that. So leopard skin jasper and ruby. Ruby is absolutely an excellent stone of management. It's the best of executive function. It's like being able to look at all of the different moving pieces, including the human beings and the people and all they bring, and finding out the best way to put everything into the greatest use so that everyone is able to make the most of their efforts, everyone is able to make the most of themselves, and the projects and things that need to get done absolutely get done. So this is Ruby. It's an excellent gift for anyone that's getting promoted to like a managerial kind of position. Okay, there we go. That's some raw ruby. And we also have leopard skin jasper, which is fantastic for any kind of healing work with animals. And whether that's our animal companions, or if you have livestock, or if you want to connect with your animal guides, whatever the case may be, this is great. It's also superb for healing skin, anything impacting the skin, and issues of coordination and balance. So in addition to the lapis, this can also help Lori's request for her mom. So this is also great for attracting a soulmate too, might I add. So leopard skin jasper. And hey, Vincent, hope you're doing well. We got some stones in for Cora Carr's parents. Let me know if you and Cora Carr have any other requests. We also have let's see, career and where to live. Well, definitely for feeling better from an illness, I have some moss agate, which can definitely help with anything that's sweeping through the body, whether it's infection, whether it's a virus, whatever it might be. this can be really helpful. It's also great for connecting with nature, for fears of the unknown, and any kind of other work, like if you're doing inner child work or connecting with your higher self. This can be a beautiful stone. It's very connected to unconditional love and helps us to connect to spirit. So moss agate. Let's see what else I have here. And I want to bring in some shungite. This helps with recovering skin tissue, but also helps with relieving stress and emotional pain. And it's great for anyone who is empathic, especially to things like electromagnetic frequencies, like if being around a lot of computers or electronics kind of makes you feel really drained or really angry or anxious. This can be a really helpful stone. It also helps to purify any of the not great energy that we're ready to let go of, but that isn't quite shaking off. Shungite can be really helpful. Okay, and let me take one more poke through everyone's requests. Taking joyful action and where do I go? That's very much an aragonite, Caribbean blue calcite thing. The how do I show up in life and what do I do, and but where am I even going? Perfect stone. So that we have here and towards the bottom. Okay, so I'm just taking one more look. And for Martha, we've got everything but Smoky. Yeah. Smoky quartz helps with transmuting energy. It also helps to calm worry and is highly protective. It was even used prior to the Middle Ages to protect property. You might keep some in your home or near your valuables to keep them from being stolen. So, yeah, and this is smoky quartz, as is this, and I have some even darker smoky quartz. It can be either just a little bit lighter than clear or really dark, but yeah. Smoky quartz, highly protective. Let's see where you want to go. Okay, I think I've got everyone. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're at that point where I do that thing. And so for those of you who are new, what I do next is I pick a couple of stones that I think would be a really big help for all of the different intentions that everyone set tonight. Y'all will vote on them. And then I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is while you do. And then we're going to go ahead into the healing. So bear with me one moment while I pick a couple of stones. The kitties are great. They are a little bit freaked out because of the wind, but they'll be okay. And yeah, I redid my whole like bed situation, and they're getting used to it. They're getting used to it. They don't like change. But let me see what would complement this. You all know exactly how this works. Okay. So, here's the stones that I have. Blue lace agate and white coral. So blue lace agate helps with expressing things that are difficult to say, and whether that thing is difficult for you to express or you know it's going to be difficult for the other person to hear, it's really good to have this there. It's also great for things like bone strength, fractures, and even arthritis. It's great for tension headaches as well as even like sore throat and allergies. So yeah, communicating things that might be difficult. Sometimes even if we have to communicate difficult things to ourselves, this can be helpful. And white coral, and this one I picked up off a beach in Florida with my grandma. This is superb for just following on your path to exactly your soul's purpose and not getting distracted along the way and not getting into the ooh but I can't kind of thing. So yeah, so embracing your spiritual and soul's purpose without distraction, with lots of support. Expressing, especially things that are challenging to get out or might be challenging for the other person to hear. So go ahead and vote blue lace agate, white coral, or, if you're new here, you're not limited to just one vote. Hint, hint, just putting that out there. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is all about, and then we're going to dive right into the healing. So if you need to use the loo, now is a great time. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so glad you're here with me today. If you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification trainings, community Discord, crystal shop, one-on-one sessions and readings with me, go ahead and check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com or the links in the description. So what is Reiki? Well, the style I work with is known as Usui Reiki, known after this particular tradition's founder, Mikao Usui, and he created this structure in the early 1920s in Japan. And given that Japan was under imperial rule at that time, it needed to be secular. It could not be religious, and also, he wanted to create something that would impact people of that modern time. This secular nature certainly helps with how it impacts us in the West. This particular method of working with energy work is nothing new in Japan. It's something they've always done. And specifically, what do I mean by energy? Well, let's look towards Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everything and everyone has a soul. And all of these souls are interconnected. And within this interconnection, there's an additional several forces at play, one of which is a spiritually guided soul or life energy. And that's roughly what Reiki translates to. Essentially, the thought is it flows through everyone, everywhere, and our body, mind, and spirit are always working with this energy, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. Much like how we're mostly made of water, but at the same time, we don't really think about it that way. And if you had told us that before we knew it, no, we're certainly not mostly water. Look at me, I'm solid. But yet, lo and behold, we are mostly made of water. And just as water is so crucial to everything that our body does to keep us alive, we still don't have to think about it when we drink the water. Our body, mind, and spirit just know what to do. Same with the Reiki energy. During this session, what I'll essentially be doing is connecting with this energy and directing more of it to you to support your body, mind, and spirit to do what they already naturally do. So this will essentially empower your body to do more of what it normally does to bring you into an even greater sense of balance. You may experience some physical sensations in your body. You may have some emotions rise up or be released. On a mental level, you may have a really great chance to think some things through you've been struggling with lately, or maybe your subconscious has something to say. You may also get a sudden burst of clarity and intuition from your guides, or you may have a really intuitive experience. You may also just have a really great and soothing nap. Whatever it happens to be, it's probably going to be some kind of unique combination of all of the above. I encourage you to simply relax and enjoy, because there is nothing that you need to do in order to receive Reiki. I usually suggest that you find the most comfortable position for you, whether that's sitting up, laying down, closing your eyes. That's awesome. But if you want to use this time to also do some yoga stretches or journal or check in with your tarot or oracle cards, this is your time for you, just radically accepting some self-care to support your higher good. If anything comes up and you have any questions about it, I'll be sending Reiki for 25 minutes. And at that point, I will reopen the chat and I will happily take any questions or give you an opportunity to share any meaningful portions of your experience. And yeah, if you're here and you're watching this on the replay, hello from the past. You're going to have a wonderful session. The same way that Reiki flows through all of us regardless of where we happen to be, it also flows through us regardless of when we happen to be. So if you're finding this in the future, you're meant to find it. Go ahead, relax, hang out, work in the background, watch TV in the background, whatever you need to do in this moment. May this healing be connected to you for your greatest good. Like I said, during the session, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to focus on anything. You don't need to keep your mind silent. If you feel like your mind is running away, just take a deep breath in and out. And if it keeps coming back, hear it out. There might be some fruitful information in what's coming in. During the session, I will put music on. If you enjoy the music, check out the bottom of the description and you'll learn all about our musical creator, who is another content creator here on YouTube. And I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And if for any reason we, goodness forbid, cut out at all, there is a serious windstorm here, so I expect everything to be fine, but just in case I poof out of nowhere, that might be why. Could be less likely internet, more likely power. But in any case, I hope you have a beautiful session. You can always learn more about me at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. I'm here 5 times a week. Subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity. And please like the stream when you get a moment to do so, because it really helps people to discover me. So thank you for being here. Enjoy your session, and let's dive in and see what won that vote. Gee, I wonder what. Surprise, it's going to be both. It's always both. So we're going to go ahead and, let's see, I'm going to put this Aqua Aura right here. This Rhodochrosite right here. And I'm going to put white coral and blue lace agate. So thank you all so much for being here. Enjoy your session. I will see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath. Slowly begin to open your eyes. Come back to the space that you're in. Move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure to totally share some Reiki with you wherever you happen to be. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to share, go ahead and use the chat. You're so welcome, Martha. It's good to see you. You're very welcome from me and my cats. I got them one of those polyester tunnels with the little holes in it, and usually it's Hattie that's all about the toys. Her favorite toy is still the fabric belt from a dress. She demands that I play with her with it every day, but Gertie is loving the tunnel. Sometimes I just find her hanging out in the tunnel with her head poking out the top. It's adorable. And it travels all around the apartment when I'm sleeping. I wake up and I have no idea where it will be. Will it be next to the bed? Will it be upside down in the kitchen? Who knows? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Patty. Lots of love to you and Key. And you're so welcome, Blue Sky. Have a beautiful night. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m., Friday, 4 and 8 p.m., Sunday, 8 p.m., and of course for our international viewers, remembering that we just skipped ahead an hour as of Sunday. You're welcome, Lisa. All the best to your family. All the best to your family. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream, and I'm going to cuddle with those cats and get ready for bed. I've got clients in the morning, and then I will see you at 4. And look for a new poll soon. Ooh, fun times. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful evening. I hope to see you again. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.